If I had to start completely from scratch today, starting an online tutoring business, no clients, no reputation, nothing, here's exactly what I would do. And honestly, I think it's easier to start now than it was when I began. Here's the whole playbook. I'm Daisy Luce. I help others build a flexible, profitable online tutoring business like me by specializing in a high demand tutoring niche. Welcome to the tutor life. So, quick history for context. Before 2020, online tutoring was practically unheard of. Internet was spotty. There weren't a lot of strong choices to use for video calls. The videos were grainy. Families wanted in person. Tutors worried that online seemed less legitimate. So, online tutoring seemed like a really far off future hype thing, if ever. Didn't know if it was ever going to happen. But then 2020 happened, as we all know. During that time, if you didn't have kids, I don't know if you realize this, but everyone, especially families with school-age children, had to get up and running online. Typically, that was on Zoom. Um, and everybody had to get comfortable, myself included. I had kids, and I was running a business, and I was teaching at the time, part-time, and we had to learn Zoom also. So, students and teachers alike had to quickly learn how to focus on screens, how to teach on screens, how to be effective on screens. And through all of that, parents started to realize that the commute time was gone. And there were a lot of benefits after we had that huge learning curve. So most tutors and most parents and most students move forward after that and with online tutoring and never looked back. So now in 2026, online tutoring is genuinely the expectation at this point. I've seen this especially over the last 2 years. It's what busy families prefer. It's what lets you work from anywhere, and it's what makes a sustainable, scalable tutoring business actually possible. In the past 5 years, I've only had four potential clients turn down my services because they were looking for something in person. And two out of those four actually came back to me because one couldn't find someone in person to tutor what they needed, and the other one tried someone out in person and they found it just wasn't a good match. So they came back. And really, when I was thinking about this, I've had four people, like I just said, uh, in the past 5 years turn down services, but nobody has said that in the last 18 months to me. Nobody's even blinked when I say I only tutor online. So I feel like we're kind of past that this is the new norm. So why am I telling you all of this? Because the first decision you would have to make if you were starting an online tutoring business in 2026 is if you're going to be a tutor in person or online. Now, you obviously know what I'm going to say. I strongly suggest you consider online as your primary means of tutoring or your only means of tutoring. There's no commute for families as I just pointed out. That's a huge selling point. It also gives you access to students anywhere, obviously, not just in your zip code. I have students, I live on the East Coast, and a lot of my students obviously are from the East Coast, but I also have students on the West Coast. That has expanded my tutoring hours tremendously. Yes, I do have some late nights some nights when one of my West Coast students ends up getting a really late hour, but I'm a night owl. It works great for me. And like I just said, it has extended my tutoring hours tremendously. It's also fully normalized at this point. Families really don't see it as a lesser option anymore. We're used to it. This is just the way it goes. We know how to do this now. Funny story, weird story. I even tutored my next door neighbor online, which kind of made both of us laugh when we were doing it. But at this point, I don't even have my office set up to have students drop in anymore. Like, I don't have my table in here anymore like I used to when I would see students in person. So it just made sense to work together on Zoom. Also, all my material is online. So even if I have a student come in if that were even possible, we still would have to set up our computers and I'd still have to share via computer the stuff that we're looking at and working together. So it just made sense to work together on Zoom, even though he was literally in the house next door, and it just kind of made us laugh. But that's where we're at now. Okay, what else do you need to do to set up an online tutoring business in 2026? What other decisions? Well, you need to decide what you're going to tutor on. You want to pick one thing or a limited thing and own it. Go all in. Don't try to tutor everything. Don't try to appeal to everyone. You want to think about specializing and how to specifically market your skills in that area. Um, I have another video I talked on recently that talks specifically about a lot of specialization ideas because this is how you're going to make the big money in tutoring and how you're going to get clients when you are a specialist. So think about what you already know well. Think about what has consistent demand. The narrower your niche, the easier it is to market yourself. So keep that in mind. Okay, what comes next? You've got to pick which video platform you're going to use. You don't need to overthink this. You just need to pick one. I'd say the top three right now, Zoom, right up there. Most professional, most familiar to families. Screen share is seamless. So when I need to share anything, my students can also share with me, and I can even write on their screen so we can see everything going on between the two of us. I use Zoom. I love it. But what else is out there? Google Meet. That's free. It's easy. It also works great. And FaceTime, just FaceTime. You could just set up a FaceTime camera and work between the two of you that way. The key is don't let the platform choice slow you down. Just pick one, roll with it. They're all great and they all, do about the same thing. Next, you need to set up some kind of scheduling calendar. Calendly is free if you only need one calendar and you don't have a lot of specialties. I don't think you can attach payment to that in the free mode. I might be wrong currently on that. I'd have to double check. But one calendar, that's all you need. Just get up and running. Don't worry about attaching payment anyway. It's free, set up. You could do a little branding if you wanted to on your Calendly. It looks professional immediately and it saves you so much back and forth. Seriously. I think about when I used to have a client text me and be like, "Hey, I need to switch my time for this week. What do you have available?" I'd have to go to my calendar. I'd have to look up everything. I'm texting everything to them that's possible for them to choose from. That was a huge part of my day sometimes, just going back and forth and getting schedules set up. Now that I have Calendly, my clients either have the link already to use or I'm just shooting out the link whenever somebody asks a question about rescheduling. So much easier. I love it. Families can book themselves. You stop playing email, text tag. It's a game changer. Okay, next up. How are they going to pay you? If you don't have it attached to Calendly, if you go for the free version, and you can choose if you want to have them prepay or post pay. Keep this simple though. You don't need to do all the invoicing software. You don't need to even have credit card software at this point if you don't want to. You can just use Venmo or Zelle or even go back to PayPal if you want to. They're all free, they're all easy. Venmo, you can set up a Venmo business account, which is free on the front end. You only have to pay fees when somebody actually pays you, which is fantastic. I love Venmo Business. It works with anybody else's personal Venmo, so it's real easy just to send them the QR code or send them the link to your business Venmo, and then they can pay you. You can even send out kind of not invoices, but if somebody skips a payment, I can just send them a request payment straight through Venmo, and then it's real easy for them to click on that link and pay. I love it. That's a super easy one just to get you going. Can you add credit cards in later? Yes. And you can figure out if you want them to prepay or postpay, all that stuff, but keep it really simple. Next, you got to get your first client. This is a big one. I think this is what holds a lot of people back from even considering becoming a tutor, an online tutor, because they just don't know how to market themselves, where they're going to find clients, and how this is going to work. So, the easiest thing to start with is just tell everybody in your sphere, in your world, what you're doing. Most people are going to find you and come to you because of your personal relationship with them right out of the gate. They trust you, they know who you are, and they're going to be your biggest recruiters and biggest word of mouth to their friends and other people they know. So you just got to spread the word. You don't have to go start a big social media channel yet. You don't, or maybe you never have to, but just tell everybody you know. Then you just post on your personal social media a couple times like, hey, just want to fill everybody in what I'm doing. Here's the deal. Here's what I'm offering. Just put it out there so that everybody knows. And just say, if you know anybody that needs help in this area, spread the word. Word of mouth moves really fast when you're doing good work. This it can be a little slow right at the beginning, but once you get your first couple of clients and word starts to spread, it grows exponentially rapidly until before you know it, you're on a wait list. But also keep in mind, there are tutoring platforms out there that you can also join and be a part of that are free. And they pay you obviously. The Wisent is a really popular one, tutor.com, Varsity Tutors. You can look into all of those also. I don't think they're a great strategy long term, but just to get going, just to get comfortable in the field that you're tutoring in, to get a few clients or to just figure out how all of it works, it doesn't hurt to put your name out there and get on those lists too. Okay. After that, the business gets built by actually doing it. You will learn more from your first 3 sessions of tutoring than from any amount of planning. So you just got to get in there and go for it. Don't wait until everything is perfect. You don't need to set up a business checking account with the full LLC right out of the gate unless you want to and you're familiar with that. I'll do another video coming up in the near future on the specific business aspects of what needs to go into a business in case you're curious or you're not sure. But this is really all you have to do to get going. This is what I would do if I was starting a business right now in 2026. And I wouldn't expect to have 40 clients right away, nor would I ever want 40 clients. 20 students is completely full capacity for me. I really like to keep it closer to 15 if possible. Uh, that doesn't take that long to build to. You can do this. So don't wait until everything's perfect. The tutors who build great businesses are the ones who start messy and just dive in and figure it out. You don't have to have special invoicing yet. Just keep track of everybody on a spreadsheet as you go. You can make, free invoices in Canva if you want to when you need to send them or anything else that you need. Canva also is a great free resource for creating any kind of templates or anything you need. So set up the basics, your platform, Calendly, your payment, get one client, do great work, and let word of mouth and your content do the rest. And don't forget to figure out how to specialize. If you're starting from zero right now, just start with step one, pick your subject, get on Zoom, set up Calendly. That's really it. The rest you build as you go. If you want to check out some more of my videos and dive deeper, do so below, subscribe, follow videos as we dive into this tutor life together. See you next time, friend.